Welcome back, guys. We got another exciting video today. Today I want to dive into the many benefits of meditation. So if you stay tuned with me, we're going to go ahead and show you what works well for me and will probably work wonders for you. Now, I've been meditating for years and I've seen the profound benefits of meditation. And this has been part of my collective inspiration. This has been the inspiration that has been the catalyst to drive me to my true awakening. And it can help you find and define your true awakening and what it means to be yourself. Because we are all in this together, collectively, and as free, independent spirits. But just remember, we're all in this together. So as we learn to create a collective new reality, we find a path that suits us best, that still walks in the name of the light, what have you, the Holy Spirit, whatever you want to call it, God. There's many different names for the same thing. This is about walking in alignment with yourself and divine creation. This is what all the political unrest and the pushback has been about. This is what all this is about. This is a spiritual warfare. This is good versus evil. This is what the Great Awakening is about as we've entered the age of Aquarius. So I want to help you learn how to tap into your deepest potential to help you find the greatest version of yourself. Let's go take a look, guys. Alright guys, so I'm going to narrate this part of the video just to give you kind of an idea of how to make this work. This is what's worked for me in my earlier journey and will help you tap in to deeper levels of meditation. I'm going to go into, let's focus on mindful meditation. This is what's really helped me jumpstart my journey. So how I started was I got myself in a comfortable position, a lot like this. You know, I'm on my hammock here in my yard, chilling. Now, what worked best for me was to find something usually natural in nature, a tree, a leaf, something of the sort to help you gravitate towards. See if I can hold the camera steady enough to get you in a good state of relaxation. Now this will work best if you do this yourself. Outside, you can stare at a tree, you can stare at whatever you want. Some choose to use a candlelight, but you stare at that leaf. You let your mind do its thing. Just stay focused on that leaf, and you just keep staring at it and staring at it until it feels like time almost tends to stand still. This might take a few times getting into it. If you're really an anxious person, you can feel like your vision and your mind just naturally wants to bounce all over. It almost feels repulsive. It's about setting intention, and eventually with intention you create habit. And so you just focus on those leaves. You just focus. You study the edge of that leaf. Just stay fixated in that one leaf, whatever leaf you choose. And you just stay focused, and eventually you do this enough, your mind will you'll start to lift out of your mind, per se. Because your mind is like a river. That river is always flowing. You're not going to stop your mind. The mind is just doing its thing. The mind will always have activity. And so I just focus on this leaf. And the mind will continue. But you will start to lift out of your mind. And you'll start to feel different.
Like reality is happening all around you, but you are only focused on one small, tiny aspect of it. When you give the mind something to focus on, it's like the carrot in front of a donkey. It drives its intention. It allows you to pinpoint what you want the mind to do at that point. It allows you to lift out of it. And this is how you connect with your subconscious. This is one of many different ways to do that. And you stay focused on this leaf or this candle or whatever you want to do to create focus. And when you do that, that focus will allow you to start to see reality for what it is. Now, don't be discouraged if several times you don't quite get this. So I'm going to show you a different example of how I meditate. This is another method that works really well for me. This is earthing. This is just putting your feet in the ground. This is like when you go to the beach, you feel so good. You dig your toes into the sand and you connect with Mother Earth. You connect with Gaia, and it just puts you in tune. And so earthing will help release built up energy in your cells, help ground it out, just like a lightning rod. And it varies person to person. Grounding can take, for best effect, anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. Make it a habit. Put your feet in the ground. Make yourself comfortable. Surround yourself in nature. Nature's all around us. I also sun gaze. Power of the mighty Ra, the sun. Sometimes it can be hard to stare at the sun. You can stare just below or just above it. Again, it's a point of focus. Sun gazing helps give you vitamin D, and the ultraviolet is good for your body. The sun mends everything. The sun is what gives us life, just like water. It's one of our core elements. That's why the Egyptians worshipped the sun, Ra, as it was. Sun gazing is very good for the soul. Helps you focus. So you can study the tree just below it, or just above it. You don't even have to focus directly at the sun. You can just space out. You don't have to burn your corneas out. I don't usually stare directly at the disc. But that's why when you're at the beach and you're watching the sunset, it's just so healing, right? It's just so magical. You're just in that moment in time, right? You're connecting one with nature in that moment. You see, meditation is about allowing you to be in the moment. Let's go take a look around. Let's see. This is just my yard. Nature is everywhere. It could be at an apartment complex. It could be at a park. It can be anywhere you want. You can focus on a tree. Give yourself something to look at. And when you do that, when you do that focus, you just stare at it. It'll give you what you need. Sometimes just gazing at nature can be all that you need. Just see what works for you. There's no wrong or right way to do this. Some methods just work better than others. For me, I'm happy to pick up on it anywhere I can. When you've been meditating for a while, you'll find that you can meditate anywhere. Let's stare at this palm tree. And together, we can do this. Study the leaves on this tree. Now you just put yourself in a deep, deep state of relaxation. So we're going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to breathe in. And you're going to count to yourself in sets of 4. So you go. See, the 4-4-4 trick will work really well to put you in that state of focus. You breathe in for 4 seconds, you hold for 4 seconds, and then you release for 4 seconds. All the while looking at this tree. And as you continue to look at this tree, you can study the intricate beauty just like you saw when you were a child. When you used to look at leaves and other things in the natural world, and you saw all the beauty and the intricate detail and just the magicness of how this reality was put together. And so you can see that when you stare at a tree, and you stare at the leaves or the fronds, and you just study that one spot on the tree, whatever resonates with you, whatever you feel, and you just appreciate that. You appreciate how beautiful it is. You appreciate the gift of life and how magical it truly is to be here. Even despite your hardships and your difficulties, it's purely a miracle that we're here in the first place. And you look at that tree, it's grown so tall and so strong to get where it is. Just like you. You've come this far, you're growing so tall and so strong. You can do anything. You just have to set your intention. You can set your intention as, I am myself. I am capable of anything that I wish to be. I will conquer any obstacle that comes my way. I am a divine, spiritual being having a human experience, and that no one can take away your humanity. No one can take away your love or your peace. And fear does not rule you, only love. You can let that sink in and absorb. Take additional sets of breaths to interpret and allow it to just be. The default frequency in the universe is love. We are all made of love, whether or not we realize it. We will stay and focus on this leaf because we are part of the creation. We are part of the divine in physical form. And sometimes we lose touch of who and what we are. And hopefully this meditation will help you continue the path to become the greatest version of yourself and to realize the true power within has always lied within. We are the driving force of the universe in this reality. We as one and as collective can change reality as co-creators. We are the other aspect of the divinity You're the physical manifestation of divinity. Let that sink in. Breathe in. And allow yourself to focus on this leaf more and more until you just start to resonate with it. You let the mind do its thing. Step out of the mind. I understand for some of you new beginners this won't be easy. You just let it go. You just let it flow. Let it do its thing. It's alright. You don't have to be part of it. Because you are not your mind. Your mind is only there to serve you. That is how reality works. Just like the government does not govern your mind. It is there to serve you. Just like reality bends in your favor if you put the intention of love behind it. When you are doing the work that you need to do, that's when blessings come your way. Because the universe resonates on not only love, but the universe gives you exactly what you are. It doesn't give you what you want. It gives you who and what you are. So hopefully this meditation will help you. And you'll understand that even through distractions, you will just be. And you can see that distractions in the environment around us, they're meaningless. You just put yourself in this moment, in this time and space. So this is what helps me along my journey. If you want, you may zoom out and look around quietly. Let the mind drift away, but you step out of your mind because you don't associate with it. You realize the mind is just a thing. The mind is not a definition of who you are. You are not your mind. You can be just as is and appreciate. Because when you're in gratitude, you're in one of the highest vibrations. You can say, I am grateful for being alive. I am grateful for knowing that I am an infinite spiritual being. I am grateful for my family. I am grateful for my hardships to get me through, to prepare me to get me to this point. I am grateful for all that the bounty of the universe can and will give me. I deserve infinite abundance. So, I hope this has helped you. I'm just staring at nature. Nature is all around us. Nature is our best meditator. It helps you focus. That's why I walk through the woods. It just feels so good. Because you were tuning in. You won't find Wi-Fi here, but I promise you'll find a better connection in nature. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope this video has helped you along in your journey. If you love the video, comment, like, and share. And let me know what works for you. What video do you want to see next? Thanks. Peace. And namaste.